Hey, what's going on, everyone? Matthew from therighttrader.com back today with another daily crypto update. Now, we're seeing a bit of a surprise today in the crypto market, and it's actually a good surprise, a great surprise, I might even say. We got a huge breakout across the market, and this is pretty significant. I think this might have been the move that we've been waiting for so long, and that's because we actually broke above some critical downtrend lines and resistance level across Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies out there that now really set us up nicely to make a huge comeback and really start beginning a bullish uptrend. Now, I'd be interested to hear your thoughts on this. Do you think that at this point we're ready to move higher without too much of a problem, or do you think we're still going to struggle? Let me know down in the comments below. I'd be interested to get a little bit of a discussion going. But overall, there are a lot of bullish signs right now that are pointing towards a true comeback. And what's interesting today specifically is we actually got a lot of the bigger cryptos get a nice boost higher. And across the market, right, that was the case. But some of the altcoins, some of the smaller altcoins didn't move as much as the previous days, which is fine, right? But it's good to see also, some of the bigger cryptos also getting some steam going because we want overall, I think, the whole entire market to move higher and not just a single crypto like Bitcoin, right? Now, don't forget to follow me on Twitter for a live cryptocurrency market update. No real news pieces to create this move. I think it's just, a combination of the right timing and the fact that the market is putting less pressure on the Bitcoin ETF approvals or rejections. And yeah, it's basically the market was ready to make this move. We're going to move over to the technical analysis now, but basically we got an early break out of the downtrend line, which is great. It's pretty much confirmed at this point. I mean, it's our second candlestick above $6,800. So I think that, we'll probably face a little bit of resistance due to this previous uptrend line back here. And I'm going to go ahead and make this in yellow so you get an idea of the channel that we're in right now. So let's go ahead and turn that yellow. And basically, if you look at these two yellow trend lines over here, you can see this bigger channel that we're in. Now, this is a pretty big channel, so I'm not sure that we will truly trade in this wide of a range. But the general idea here is that we might face a little bit of resistance from this downtrend line. Overall, we're now in this new range between $8,000 and $6,800. I think that at this point, it's not going to be that hard to start moving back towards $8,000. There is as well a bit of resistance at $7,500. So I do think we're going to get some type of resistance there. That's also in line with our previous uptrend line. So that's a logical area to experience a pullback. But overall, right, I think that we're going to be able to really get a nice bullish move going, especially with this great U-shaped bounce on the indicators as well. MACD now bullish. All the indicators actually bullish right now. Good buying volume. Really, all signs are pointing towards a bullish move and a bullish continuation here for Bitcoin, and it's a pattern that should be seen across the rest of the market as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on here. Ethereum back above $273, now trying to get out of this downtrend line. I don't see any reason why it wouldn't be able to, especially with how the rest of the market is acting. So I'm expecting this over the next 2-3 days is a break above the downtrend line, and hopefully that will spark a really nice bullish move, maybe even up to $361 pretty quickly. We are still a bit range bound here due to the Bollinger Bands, so that's what could slow down, the increase. But overall, as soon as we're back above $361, $420 to be safe, we are truly kind of back to where we were in a much more bullish set of circumstances. Now let's go ahead and take a look at Litecoin, see what's going on. So Litecoin is also trying to get out of this downtrend line. It's making a move towards that. Indicators now fully bullish, good buying volume. And what's interesting here with a lot of cryptos is to truly, be in a safe position where we don't have to worry about falling back down again, right? Because this is always a possibility. For Litecoin, for example, we want to get above $70 to be even more safe, $80. And at that point, right, it just becomes very unlikely that we're going to see more of a drop. And at this point, I'm pretty hopeful that we won't see too much of a drop, but it is always possible that we move back down to $45. Just mentioning that as a possibility, right? Keep in mind these videos aren't financial advice, just my personal opinion. But basically, the higher we go, all right, and as we get above some key resistance levels that will then turn to support, then we're going to have much less concern of falling back lower again, right? So for Nano, this has been one of the altcoins that truly just blew up over the past couple days in a good way, right? Huge increase, gigantic bounce on the indicators as well. We did get a bit of a pullback, which is normal, right? Especially after an increase like that, we actually started getting some resistance around 55,000 satoshis, and we're pulling back, bit of an inverse hammer candlestick. I still think we're going to hold up pretty well here. I see us holding up this uptrend line, and really I'm not too worried about any type of move below 36,000 satoshis. So even if we do get a bit of a slowdown here, I think that overall, the path is upward here over the next few weeks. Let's go ahead, take a look at our next crypto, which is going to be Ripple. See what's going on here. We're going to hop over to the Bittrex chart. Sorry about that. I need to go over to the Binance chart and see what's going on. So right now, as you can see, Ripple is starting to gain some traction again. Good buying volume, indicators starting to turn up. And really, I think that we're going to get some type of bull move here in the next week up to 40 cents. As soon as we're back above 40 cents, that's going to be very positive, right? That was a very important support level in the past. Now, of course, acting as resistance. But as soon as we get back above that, it will be support again, and it will be in a much safer area where we have much more support. At that point, I'm not really worried about getting any type of drop lower again after that, especially some kind of major drop lower. I think that's pretty much avoided at that point. Let's go ahead, take a look at NEO, see what's going on. So NEO is right now trying to get back above $21, doing a pretty good job here. Good buying volume, indicators got a really nice bounce. So I think it's just a matter of time here. I think that in the next 2 to 3 weeks, we can probably expect us to be above $26, which is pretty significant, right? That's once again a support level that would then be very critical and would really help us hold up nicely and weather any potential storms. Let's go ahead, take a look at EOS now, see what's going on. So we're going to go over to the Binance chart for that. EOS currently getting a nice breakout above 8,000 satoshis. Indicators also starting to pick up some traction. I think that we do have a lot of resistance levels ahead, so we might not be able to get a huge run up just yet. But overall, right, we're moving in the right direction, and I should go ahead and draw our short-term uptrend line. But really here, I think that slowly but steadily, we're just going to continue to move higher. And I just drew this uptrend line. So now you can see basically this. There's a lot of lines drawn out. But if you pay attention to the downtrend line over here and the uptrend line, we have a symmetrical triangle formation. The end of that is at 9,000 satoshis. So that's where we could be heading next in this triangle formation. Let's go ahead, take a look at Stellar Lumens now, see what's going on. We're going to go over to the Binance chart here once again. And Stellar is also in a symmetrical triangle formation, still holding up nicely in this. Good buying volume here, and indicators still holding up well. So we do have a lot of time to reach the end of the formation, which makes me think that maybe we're going to get a break out of this earlier than expected. For now, though, we're still holding up nicely in the middle of this range, and I expect that to continue for the time being. As far as getting a breakout earlier than expected, I look for a move above 3,700 satoshis. Right, if we're able to get that, that's when there's a real possibility of getting a breakout earlier than expected. But we'd have to do that pretty quickly, right? So we don't want to rush things either, because keep in mind, we've seen it in the past when we get huge run-ups that are a little bit unproportional and exaggerated, we end up getting a very bad pullback. So it's better to move, in a healthy way, nice and slow and steady. Now, taking a look at Lisk, holding up nicely above $4.71. Lisk is actually one of the altcoins that's already back above one of its critical support levels. So at this point, I already consider it in a pretty safe area. I'm not too worried about getting any type of bigger drop here at this point. Let's take a look at Cardano, see what's going on. Cardano was actually acting pretty weak yesterday, has been for a while, and it looks like now it's trying to get out of this downtrend line. We may be able to avoid a drop down to 1,254 satoshis. That's, of course, ideal. If we do end up testing it, not a bad thing either, because that way it's out of the way and we don't have to worry about testing that level again. But at this point, it really looks like it wants to break out of the downtrend line. Also has some resistance there due to the middle band, so not the easiest move to make, but it looks like it has a chance of doing so. We also have a lot of resistance at 40 cents on the RSI, so a move above that should also spark a bit of a breakout here. But overall, we're setting up for a nice little move. I'd say at least up to, let's see, 1,800 satoshis pretty quickly here. Let's go ahead, take a look at IOTA for our last cryptocurrency of the daily crypto update and see what's going on. So right now, IOTA got a great U-shaped bounce on the price and on the indicators. Huge buying volume here. Now making a move towards 90 cents. That's where we might face some resistance. If we're able to get back above that, even better, right? That'll put us above critical support level. And overall, right now, we're basically in full bullish mode, right? Great breakout on the indicators, and the price is just getting a really good, almost a cup and handle formation here. So I like IOTA. I think it just needs to get back above 90 cents to truly confirm that it's ready to be in a safer position and not start falling back down again. But overall, we are looking pretty good here. For IOTA and the rest of the market, don't forget to follow me on Twitter for live crypto updates. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, everyone.